Yeah, I've tried to volunteer before,
I have volunteered for a few organizations.
I think of donating.
I'd like to donate to support animals,
but
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 In recent years, various organisations have found it difficult to maintain their volunteering and donating numbers amidst an increasing social barriers and cost of living crisis. This poses a threat to non-governmental organisations such as Lifeline. The organisation relies solely on volunteering, donations, and the sale of used goods from their Lifeline retail stores. Lifeline has found that volunteering among young people is significantly lower than other age groups, making up only 10% of their entire volunteering network. In this light, this study aims to understand people's views on volunteering and donations with the aim of long-term retention.
We set out with two research questions. What factors affect whether young people volunteer, and what factors affect whether young people donate goods?
with the goal of getting thoughts from as many people as possible, we gathered the data for this project through an online survey. The survey was distributed through social media and posters that were put up around universities, shopping centers, and public notice boards, places where we thought people, young people specifically, would see them. Composed of both multiple choice questions where participants expressed their level of agreement with various statements, and short answer questions where participants were free to express more of their thoughts on the subject, the survey was designed to be completed in under 10 minutes.
With a total of 124 participants, 97.6% of which were in some form of higher education or employment, 68 were active volunteers, and 56 were non-volunteers. This was in contrast to a ratio of 105 to 19 between donors and non-donors.
With this, four major themes were identified regarding what participants said influenced their volunteering habits.
Across all respondents, an increase in free time in general was the most often cited factor for volunteering more. Particularly, non-volunteers were more likely to report on their lack of time in general and may be interested in opportunities with lower time commitments, while active volunteers were more likely to cite specific grievances, such as a clash in availability and a lack of clear and flexible volunteering schedules.
secondly, many participants said that unstable income and the high cost of living made it difficult to maintain volunteering. 25% of active volunteers and 43% of non-volunteers did not feel financially stable enough to volunteer. Overall, greater financial stability would enable more people to participate in volunteering.
Continuing, 95% of active volunteers believe volunteering positively impacted their community, and they like to see their actions make a difference in some way, regardless of who they volunteer with. Although the specific organisation did not influence their decision to volunteer, it did influence non-volunteers. 81% believed the cause of the organisation they wanted to volunteer with impacted their decision.
Finally, having information available online about open positions or opportunities being available near the participant's home or work influenced the amount they can volunteer. Although 73% of active volunteers felt confident that they can find information about available positions, they believed more awareness around these positions would encourage them to be more involved in the future, while less than half of non-volunteers felt confident in knowing where to look for opportunities if they were interested.
For donating, four major themes were also identified.
Firstly, most donors felt financially secure enough to give, while less than half of non-donors felt the same. Participants explained that unstable income, casual work, and rising living costs made donating difficult. Many said that they would contribute more if they had greater financial security or disposable income. Donors were also less likely to resell items, preferring to donate instead.
Secondly, 81% of donors felt confident in knowing where to look for information regarding who was accepting donations and what donations were required, whereas just over half of non-donors had the same level of confidence. The location of donation drop-off boxes influenced the ability of all participants when donating goods, as some who had donation boxes in workplaces or near their homes wanted to donate more than those who did not.
Next, approximately 94% of donors believed donating positively impacted their local community and that charities were worth donating to. Almost half of this demographic also believed the cause of their organization of choice influenced their decision to donate, as they would rather donate to an organization that shares their values. In contrast, 71% of non-donors believed donating had a positive impact on the environment and their local community, but their opinions on charities being worth donating to were more divided.
Finally, a theme specific to donating that emerged among participants were concern around transparency and trustworthiness of charitable organizations. Of particular concern to donors and non-donors were both the environmental impact of their donations along with a want for greater transparency about what happened to donated goods.
Based on our findings, we recommend 3 ways to help Lifeline enhance youth participation in volunteering and donating. First, increase the visibility and accessibility of volunteering opportunities. Promoting through youth-oriented social media platforms and educational institutions would increase opportunity visibility. Second, offer more flexibility around volunteering and donating. Many young people need to find balance between study, work, and personal commitments, so flexible hours such as weekends or evening shifts, micro-volunteering, and short-term roles during university breaks would help attract and retain engagement. Lastly, improve transparency in the donation process. Lifeline can address this with clearer communication, including signage and online information.
To summarise, this project sought to understand the perceptions of volunteering and donation among youth aged 18 to 25. Themes of financial stability, the cause of the organisation, and accessibility influence people's decisions around both volunteering and donation. While time was a factor specific to volunteering and transparency was one unique to donating. In terms of application, based on our findings, we believe that accessibility, visibility, flexibility, and transparency should be the main focus for Lifeline policymakers in order to promote volunteering and donation amongst youths.